A Vengeful Will. Great uncle H.B. Wells has passed away. How sad.
Oh.
But this means you get to go for his will reading in his secluded mansion in the Lake District. As much as you loved this man, you are more curious about why he had left you the house, his land, his writing company, his shares in Tesla. Who can tell? And who will get the most? You've been invited to attend your great uncle's will reading on the 24th of July, summertime, woo woo. You will play members of the Wells family. Roll a d20, please.
Ooh.
Just straight, nothing added.
I'm scared.
Just a d20.
You can do it live.
That's no fucking way, I got a 1. Well, yeah, baby.
17.
No way! Right.
10.
Banner, what'd you get?
Excellent.
14.
Fantastic. Lee, what'd you get?
I got 11.
11. Brilliant. Katie?
This. 10.
What language was that?
French.
Poor French. Luke?
It wasn't poor.
5.
5.
What did you roll?
Lucy?
6.
6.
Am I the highest roll so far?
No.
So far.
And everything a 1.
A 1! Fantastic. And Sara?
17.
17.
So I was the highest roll so far.
So far, yeah.
Put your listening ears on,
No,
Sara.
I did. I was just very excited that I got 17.
Alright then, so as you've all received the letter in the post,
Yes.
you knew the timing of the will reading, but it just so happens that Sara, your character, is perfectly on time.
Yes.
So, if would you like to describe your character possibly?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. What am I going to
I've got no description. Shit.
Okay. So, my name is Albert Wells. I just want some things about me. I'm a monk. Right now, I'm like very like on and off, like where I'm like renting a little room in Cornwall because I'm looking for the treasure in the Merchant Royal in Cornwall. I know, I'm really cool. I'm 69 and I'm a wise old man that can't remember any of your names. So.
Perfect.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I suppose since you're on time, how describe to myself and the group how you would arrive at H.B. Wells's house.
I think I can I have the keys to the house.
No.
Okay. then I knock 3 times like this.
How'd you get there? Sorry.
Oh, by a car. I just drove.
You drove yourself?
I have a really cool like little red car with just 2 seats.
Ah, perfect. Okay. So I suppose as you're driving in your sports car, is it?
Mhm.
In your little sports car, cruising down the lovely country lanes,
Yeah.
you come up upon the familiar site of H.B. Wells's house. It's in the heart of a dense forest. Stands there an aged house, weathered exterior, blending seamlessly with the surrounding trees of the thick forest. Worn by time, it exudes a timeless charm with moss-covered roof and vines climbing its walls. You see the front porch laced with many a plant pot with dying plants in. As H.B. Wells has passed, no one else lives in this house, so with time they would have passed. Rip the plants. You see a car you're not familiar with in the driveway also. And a man stood by the front door, kind of shortish bloke, probably about 5'5", bless me, grey suit, red and white checkered tie, small circular sort of glasses, quite sad looking man, sort of hunching his back. You don't know who this is.
Mhm.
What would you like to do? I've just turned up.
I think I want to go up to him
Mm-hmm.
and ask him who he is.
Oh, hello there, hello. You must be one of the Wells family, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. What's your name then?
I'm Albert.
Albert, let me check my list. Let me check Albert. Is that Albert?
Yeah.
That's the one. Good lad. Yes, I've got you on the list here. Fantastic. Do you know when everyone else will turn up?
No.
All right. Man, a few words. I like it. Well, if you want to head through to the living room and sort yourself out, and we'll wait for everyone else to turn up. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my name's Nigel.
Oh, okay.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Fantastic. Benna, Lee, and Katie, you are next to turn up to the house. I suppose individually, if you'd like to do a description, or you can wait until you meet other characters, but describe how your characters would arrive to the house.
Just go
Take it in
first.
any order you like.
Okay. I arrive in a black, sleek Rolls Royce that just exudes wealth. As the door gets opened by the chauffeur, you can see the cream white leather seats inside.
Whoa.
As a
Toot comes out.
133 centimetre tall 9-year-old boy climbs out of the back seat holding a harmonica in his hand. He's got green eyes and a smattering of freckles across his nose, and he's got brown and auburn hair. Totter up to the steps. Good afternoon.
Oh, well, hello, young man. Are you in the right place, are you, son?
You think I'm not?
Well, I suppose there's a excuse me. There's a will reading going on for the man that used to live here, H.B. Wells.
Yes, absolutely. I'm surprised you don't know who I am.
Oh, I'm terrible. I've got a list of your names. What's your name?
That would be Lancelot Wells to you.
What?
Master Lancelot Wells.
Master, sorry, I didn't. Oh, bloody hell. He seems to have to sweat a bit, beading from his forehead, his shirt collar getting a bit damp with said sweat. Oh, sorry, Master. Fantastic. Oh, yes, I've got you here on the bottom of the list. Sorry, I was expecting a sort of an older gentleman, I suppose.
Well, I expected one, I suppose.
I suppose I did. Anyway, Albert is inside. Whether you want to pop through to the living room.
Yes, I shall.
Fantastic.
I go into the living room.
Lee?
Hello. I'm Rosemary. This is I. Now you see, I do not arrive, I'm just simply there.
Wait, where?
Just there, dear. Just there. Hello, Nigel.
Oh, Christ, fucking hell! Oh, so.
Good to see you again, my dear boy.
Again?
Yes.
I believe this is the first time we met. Sorry, love. What's your name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. You don't have to
She's
shout,
deaf.
love. I'm right in front of you. You see.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry, you're spitting on me. You're spitting.
Ah.
That's. Don't worry about it.
You should be blessed.
Thank you. I guess.
Wonderful.
Rosemary. Yes, I've got you on the list, Rosemary. Fantastic, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Yes. How long have you been here then?
I simply am.
I suppose that's an answer, yes. Albert and Lancelot are in the living room. You want to pop through, or...?
Yes.
I don't mean to move an old lady around, you know. I respect my elders, as my mother taught me.
You can touch me any day.
Oh! You see, Nigel is cripplingly awkward at this. Almost like he is a 45-year-old virgin. Oh, Christ. I'm sure you didn't mean it like that, but anyway, do you want to pop through to the house in the living room? I'll be there in a minute once everyone's here.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rosemary.
Bye.
Do you need help getting through the door?
No.
Okay, of course not. You're a lovely woman.
Yes,
okay,
I am.
Okay, now. Right,
I can't.
crosses Rosemary off the list. Katie, how do you arrive?
a blacked out Range Rover.
Sorry.
Bless you.
A blacked out Range Rover pulls up. The door smacks open, and out steps the East End's original gangster.
Oh my god.
And he's just fucking done already. He's not very impressed. He's sunburnt. His bald head is gleaming in the light. He shuts the door, and he kind of walks with just this weightiness where he's just there for a job. And the door shuts, and he goes up to the guard. And the guard, Nigel, this man, the man. And it is, of course, Phil Mitchell.
Oh my god. Hello there. Are you okay?
What are you wearing?
Sorry?
What are you wearing?
Oh, a suit?
You look like a twat.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it?
Do you work here?
Sorry?
Do you work here?
Well, I'm here for the will reading of H.B. Wells.
Do you work here?
Sorry?
Do you work
Well,
here?
it's a man's house. I don't really tend to work at houses. I'll come where I'm needed, really.
Right, who the fuck are you?
Nigel, nice to meet you. Nigel Mason. Oh, strong grip, sir.
Okay.
I seem to have offended. So your name, sir?
Phil Mitchell.
Phil. How are you spelling that?
What?
How are you spelling that?
PHIL.
Oh, I haven't got a Phil on my list. It's solely the Wells family are
I haven't heard the Wells.
Sorry?
Phil Wells. Okay, my
Phil
legal
Wells.
name is
No,
Phil
I haven't got
Wells.
a Phil on here.
Oh, fuck off, bozo.
Oh, well, that's awfully rude, isn't it? I mean, I can let you stay here until your lovely... I mean, I know your black car is just...
He just tries to walk past you into the house.
He lets you. Oh, okay then. Phil, and he gets a pen out of his pocket and writes down Phil Wells, question mark, and underlines it. Luke, Lucy, you arrive next. How do you arrive?
On horseback. Hobby horseback.
Hobby horse.
Yeah.
Horseback?
Is it like a rocking
A
horse?
stick with the horse head.
As in a stick with a horse's head.
Hey!
Okay.
And I gallop up and I go, nay!
Oh! Lovely vehicle there, my love.
Thank you.
Are you here for the will reading, I assume?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. What's your name, love?
Ramona.
Ramona.
Ramona Jezebel Aquarium Wells.
I've got you here, don't you worry, love. I've got you here. Fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Bless me, Gassy, I've had a Dr. Pepper on the way over. Don't excuse me, burbs. Anyway, I suppose, well, thank you for coming. You are a couple minutes late, but that's fine, don't worry.
I don't believe in time.
What is it? As a concept or as a thing to adhere to?
I don't think it really applies to my life.
Fantastic. Well, I suppose do you want to pop through to the living room? Some of your relatives, I suppose, are in there.
Am I allowed to take the horse in, or does she have to stay here?
I suppose what would you normally do when you visit your?
Have you got a stable?
I suppose I could look after it if you want me to.
That would be great.
Okay. Has the horse got a name?
Sandra.
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 Sandra. Perfect. All right. Well, if you want to pass over your lovely steed, I suppose. I'll look after her. Is it her?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll look after her for
Be
you.
gentle.
Absolutely, of course I would.
She doesn't like loud noises.
Loud noises are a no-go.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, love. I won't shout.
Good. You better not.
I won't.
Because I'll know if you do.
Okay. Do you want to pop through then? Do you want to pop through to the living room? Okay, thank you very much. As you sort of walk to the door, he just kind of leans it up against a wooden post of the porch. Lucy, how do you arrive?
Is it
I
How'd you ride,
ride
Lucy?
on my motorbike, and it's like red, like it's got like red streaks down the motorbike. But the motorbike's like broken, so there's like this black smoke coming out the back, and it's just yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. Hello there, sir. Hello. Are you here for the will reading, I suppose?
Yes. Has anyone else arrived?
Yes, there's been a couple people now, I suppose. That they're just through the living room. If you wanted to pop. Sorry, what's your name first? What's your name?
Silco.
Silco. Fantastic. Well, where's that from? That name? It's quite unique, isn't it? I feel I've caused distress. Don't you worry. You don't have to record the origin of your name. Honestly, that's my fault. That's an awkward question to ask a person, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going Scouse now. I'm Paul O'Grady. Anyway, look, so I've got your name, Silco. I've ticked you off. Do you want to pop through to the living room?
Yes.
And I'll join you shortly when everyone's arrived.
Thank you very much.
Is your motorbike all right there?
Yeah.
You don't need any like parking brake or anything like that. You're just going to tip it on the floor, are you?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Right, don't pop through then. Don't pop. Okay then, fantastic. And finally, Leon, how do you arrive?
So yeah, I take a bit of time.
Yeah, you are the.
Until
I'd
the
say
last
you
one.
are, since rolling a natural one,
Yeah.
about 45 minutes.
Rolling in 45 minutes late. I guess Nigel would see coming up. Is it like a swerving path?
Yeah, kind of like
sort of through trees?
swerving dirt path through trees and
Yeah.
lovely nature. You remember it quite well. You remember coming here all the time as a younger kid or even as a young adult coming here. And I suppose you would all remember this house with such fond memories of Christmas, family gatherings in the summer. For those of you that were kids coming up into the world, you would have come over here and it would have been brilliant summers. There would have been like water slides out in the park, in the garden. There was actually a little stage in the back garden that H.B. Wells built for you, and you could perform on it and sing. And you loved family moments, and you all of you individually had your fun moments, but also your not so fun moments that you would also remember.
So, walking up sort of the cobbly path towards the house, Nigel sees a quite tall, slender man wearing a long sort of black leather coat, sort of fluttering in the wind, wet looking, like dark hair, some going over his face, sort of a well slender built face, quite a protruding brow. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. He's just got his hands in his pockets, walking up to the house.
Sort of Nigel's pacing back and forth. Doesn't really take you in, I suppose, because you're walking. No cars approaching, wouldn't be alerted, I suppose. Sort of checking his watch, checking his tie, sort of looking through the window to see everyone's sort of. Oh, sorry, that is an advert. Checking through the window to see if everyone's settled on. He's checking his list. You can see obviously just the one name left. Okay. Oh, sir. Hello there. Hello. You here for the will reading, sir? Hello.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. You are a bit late, but OCD Nigel. I care about time and all that. Obviously, you don't. So, what's the name, sir? What's the name? So we can get this started with. Hey.
I'm Tommy. Wells.
Tommy. I've got you here, Tommy. Perfect. Tommy Wells. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Do you want to come on through? And he ran down the steps at this point onto the dirt track that you're walking up, trying to usher you along quite physically. How tall are you?
I am. Got it here. So I'm like 6'3"
Okay. He's a lot shorter than you, and he comes up to maybe your armpit. And he's like, "Come on, sir, come on. Yep, you best get in. We need to start now." And he's pushing you in.
I flick my cigarette over his head, and he smells lavender as it goes up his head.
Oh, special cigarettes, sir. Well, Lovely, that's why I don't mind a bit of wacky backy every now and then. But, you know, if you left lavenders you kill, go for it. I don't mind. Right. So let's get in then. Let's get in. So as you enter the front door, as you enter the house, this house is very grand. It's luxurious. It's the type of feel of sort of like there's a chandelier above the front door with like elk antlers and light bulbs. It's pristine. It's gorgeous. There's a grand staircase at the start with mahogany handrails and sort of white wood stairs with brown wood on top. It's all brown woods, earthy, sort of foresty vibes inside. There's a lot of glass cabinets full of memorabilia, full of hunting stuff. And it's very nature-based, this house. And it's also very open plan. So you walk in, you see the grand staircase. Each of you that would have walked in would have seen this chandelier. Some of you would be very familiar. Some of you might be obviously 9 years old. You'd have gone, I think I've been here before, type thing. And to the left is an open plan door. There's no actual door that's all been opened. It's like sliding doors. I don't know have a proper name to house person. So as you get, the living room is to your left as you come into the front door, and it's very sort of like, you okay?
I've got something on my teeth.
Okay. You were like beatboxing or something. It's all very open plan. There's a massive sort of U-shaped sofa with a coffee table in the middle. Huge television underneath a fireplace, and it sort of goes into like a dining room with like a long table with like 12 chairs on it. Very polished, very pristine, very well kept after, very expensive looking as well. You can see a bar in the dining room area full of decanters that are full of half-filled whiskies, you presume, and really well-cut glasses and all sort of stuff. Very fancy vibes. Those of you that would know H.G. Wells a bit more would know that he is a very rich man and he likes to spend his cash. So I suppose, where would everyone be in this sort of living room section? Where would they want to be?
I imagine there's a massive armchair here. And because it's been 45 minutes, I imagine, since I arrived, give or take.
Yeah, it's probably been about an hour now. Yeah.
Lancelot is just perpetually like kicking the leg of the armchair and just going,
With his harmonica?
yes.
Okay.
I'm sitting in said armchair.
Okay.
Do I have to be in the living room?
You be wherever you want.
Can I be in like... There's a lot of rooms here. Would we have had like rooms where we usually stayed in?
Probably not bedrooms, no.
Is there any bedroom type of place I could be in? Or like like somewhere with a desk?
I suppose there would be the... there's a study downstairs.
I'm there.
You're in the study?
I'm there and I'm just flipping through books and I have my laptop out.
Sorry. Carry on.
And I have my laptop out and I'm just flicking through books, just like doing my general merchant royal research.
Okay, where would everyone else be situated?
I'll be in the corner where I can sort of see most people.
Yeah.
And I've got this cube-looking device in my hands, and I'm sort of fiddling with it with like a little screwdriver. And I'll also be staring at something on the wall, which is like a little dent or a little scratch in the wall where I made as a when I was younger in this house.
Okay, perfect.
On a skateboard, I think, or something like that.
Okay. Lucy, Katie, Luke, where would you be situated?
Are there any plants in this room?
I suppose you would see sort of kind of in the corner of one of the rooms next to maybe a bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
You would see this sort of like big leafed plant. It's not a flower; it's more of a leafy plant.
Okay, I'm sat next to that plant.
Okay.
Singing a little song to it and giving it a hug.
Okay. Katie, Lucy, where would you be?
Leon, what's your character's name again?
Tommy.
Come here. I get out my wooden baseball bat.
Right.
So I'm just swinging it around. And I go up to Tommy. And I go, what you got there, Tinkerbell? Brackets. Non-derogatory.
Yeah, sure. Phil Mitchell would be derogatory. Well, let's be honest.
He's got a gay son. Oh, we
Exactly.
Too much away.
Come on! Spoilers!
She's currently watching EastEnders.
Yeah, but you
I've just started 4 episodes.
But surely you know that already.
Archie just died.
Spoilers! It started from like 2008. Like, Ben wasn't really gay.
I didn't even know he had
And he
a
never
son.
will be. What? Film? Oh, you. Oh, what?
Anyway, the
Yeah.
politics of EastEnders. Where would you be? In the living room?
I'm swinging around after that. What's expensive?
What's
What
expensive?
looks expensive?
What type of stuff are you looking for? Everything in this house is expensive.
What's shatterable?
Baseball.
Okay, I suppose there would be on the dining room table that's just off the living room.
Yeah.
There'd be sort of ornate vase, probably made of like fine china.
Yeah.
And I suppose judging by, do a history check for me.
19.
19. Okay, so from your history of dealing with fake art and real art and sort of shifting things on the sly, you would notice that this vase would probably fetch a £3.
Yeah.
You'd say probably say in the 200 grand mark just for this vase on the table. It has some nice sort of purple and yellow flowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna smash it.
Okay.
With my baseball bat.
Okay, Lucy, where would you be?
On the opposite side of the room to the fucking harmonica.
Okay. So as Nigel finally comes in, he hears and glass and I suppose flower stems would be littered all over the place. Go, fucking hell! What's going on there, Phil? Phil, what are you doing? Lancelot, shut that fucking harmonica up before I fucking shove it down your throat, lad.
He has a lovely taste in music.
It's not for me, Rosemary. It's not for me.
Why, thank you, Grandmama.
The boy is gifted.
Yes, I suppose he's special. Yes.
My mother
Anyway.
says the same.
Sorry.
My mother says the same.
About what?
My special talents.
Right. Anyway. Anyway, let's harmonica off. Let's stop,
Do you know any Beethoven?
let's stop fucking smashing things. All right. Right. Listen. Right. I'm gonna get this through because we're already fucking an hour behind. All right. I'm sorry. My language is quite poor.
Sorry, no,
Quite right.
I want to apologise. I shouldn't swear like this in front of company, especially when I'm on the job.
It's okay, dear.
I feel terrible.
I don't
Sorry.
think it's quite right.
Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we?
I'm not there.
Yes.
Does anyone know where the old fella is? Albert. Anyone? Does anyone know where Albert is? Oh, Albert, come on through, lad. We're gonna say that we're gonna read the will now, lad. It's what you're here.
that?
We're gonna read the will. That's what you're here for.
Whose will?
No one's will. I mean,
Then what do you call me for?
I'm calling you to come into the room to.
I don't have to do as you say.
Well, why are you here then? Exactly, dickhead. Get in the room. Right,
He
get in the room.
walked in.
Hey, get out.
He walked in.
Close the doors. Oh, thank you. Right, good to see you again. Right. So he produces out of his inside blazer pocket sort of a letter. He goes, right, I'm gonna read the will now.
Yes.
I've known H.B. Wells all his life. He's been very kind to me. He's been very kind to you. So, sorry. Something in your throat there, Phil. Fantastic. I'm going to continue swiftly,
Philip.
alright?
Show the man some respect.
Oh, did someone call the Grim Reaper?
Yes.
You know.
I know him very well.
Right, Rosemary, look,
Yes.
we're going to do the will now.
Okay.
Fantastic, thank you, look. Right, so he unopens, what does that mean, closed? He opens this letter and he sort of, he brings his glasses to the end of his nose and he goes, right, let's see here, what have we got? Right, okay. Last will and testament of H.B. Wells. I, H.B. Wells, of sound mind and body, hereby declare that this is my last will and testament, revoking all previous wills. Number 1, executor. I appoint Nigel Mason to be the executor of this will.
That's you.
That's me, yeah. Top points, Rosemary. Well done.
Huzzah.
What do the points add up to?
Sorry?
What happens if we get points?
No point.
What do we
Lancelot?
Whilst I still hold on to my harmonica,
Yep.
but I just go sit on Grand Mummy Rosemary's lap.
Okay, perfect. Now this is what a family's supposed to be, isn't it? Lovely.
Yes.
Fucking harmonica. Anyway, it is my wish that they will carry out the terms of this faithfully and exponentially. Disposition of estate. That basically, Lancelot, I know you're younger. Disposition of estate basically means what everyone gets.
I might be young, but I'm not stupid.
Forgive me, sir. I'm terribly sorry. I just thought that a 9-year-old wouldn't have read many wills. So anyway, this is what H.B. Wells would have left you. So if you take the time, stop smashing plants and smacking your lips on their tortilla chips. I know they're nice. I put them out for everyone, so fucking share. All right, Phil. Anyway, disposition of estate. I hereby declare that I have intentionally chosen to leave. Oh, hang on here.
What?
Oh,
What?
Nigel.
sorry.
What is it?
Well, it's not what I expected, really. Well, this is going to be hard-hitting news. Maybe for the old. Rosemary, you still here?
Yes.
You still with us, yeah?
Just about.
Fantastic, thank you, love. Right, keep blinking. If you're alive, keep blinking for me.
I blink so hard for you, darling.
Thank you all very much, Rosemary. Rosemary's my favourite. Anyway,
What's your favourite?
sorry?
What's your favourite?
Bless you. So, with this then, it's going to be hard for you to hear, alright? But I didn't do this.
Sorry.
Bless you. H.B. Wells did, alright?
Right, just fucking spit out, mate.
Thank you, Phil. Very respectful as always. I hereby declare that I have intentionally chosen to leave nothing to any of my descendants, whether by blood or adoption, nor to any relatives or individuals.
That's me.
Testamentary expenses and taxes. I direct my executor to pay off all my just debts, funeral expenses, and the expense of administering my estate, as well as any estate or inheritance taxes that may be due. So, you haven't got anything.
You see Tommy just start lighting his cigarette straight away.
And now, I know this might be distressing to a few of you. Sorry, Phil?
I wield my bat.
But hang on, Phil, put the bat down. This isn't my doing. I'm just reading the paper that H.B. Wells
Fucking
left.
twonk.
You've
Hang
got
on.
the right paper, mate.
Yeah, I've got the right paper.
No, you've got the wrong
No,
paper.
this is all
No,
correct.
you've got the
This
wrong
is all
paper.
correct document.
No,
Hang
you've
on,
got-
what's this here? Hang on. There's something else. I know there might be gold at the end of this rainbow. So hang on.
Right.
They're better.
All right, hang on. You see, sort of Nigel sort of really struggle to read this, and he sort of brings his glasses down to his nose, and just give me a minute. He's obviously played a trick, as you know. Stop that harmonica. As you know, H.B. Wells was a bit of a writer. He's a bit eccentric. He made his languages and his books and all this other stuff. You know, a bit of a Tolkien character. You know, as you all know him. So I'll try my best. I'm probably going to butcher it, but that's what we're here for. A bit of a try. So, hang on. Malact Ataitia, R-an-8, C-o-a-rhythm, R-an-dui, C-o-rognain, Lig-orm a-teorgi, a-kiethi, Agus an-trua, a-brofna, Li-brisidi, tri crishutu, Le malact tri focail. Well, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Can you spell that?
No.
Sure.
I will ask, does anyone here speak or know Infernal? Draconic?
Draconic?
I don't know if it's
From
near.
both
I speak under common.
Deep
Loxodon.
speech.
Deep speech? Sara, what have you
I speak Loxodon and undercommon. And Dwarvish.
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 And celestial.
Okay, I suppose the speakers of Celestial, but you would know a slightly bit more, so solely just you would kind of understand the gist of what this is about. You wouldn't know exact words, but through the very poor pronunciation of Nigel, you would understand that this is like, I mean, it's not a, I suppose not a positive piece of writing, whatever this is. You can't pin down exactly what the words are or what meaning comes of this, but you understand that it sounds negative. Those that speak Draconic would understand ever so slightly more. You would get the same sense of this is not a nice piece of writing. Could I get you three to roll a history or a religion check for me?
$21.
21,
19.
19. What do you get?
22.
22. Alright then, perfect.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
22.
So I suppose with the sort of interest in whatever languages from beyond, I suppose Draconic is that dragon speak, is it?
Yeah.
So your interest in dragons and sort of myths and legends would have your endless hours of searching on the internet or reading books or however you've absorbed this knowledge. You would understand bits and pieces of what Nigel has said. Again, his poor pronunciation isn't really aiding you in this. So of this speech you would understand this. On place I tread, person choose, let injustice pity, with torment, cursing words, fear them, pity them, lost distance, sorrow increase, breaking. That's what you would sort of
Okay, I didn't get
guess from that.
All of it.
What about Undercommon?
You wouldn't understand any of this.
If you have been paying attention, you will know that because I said that.
Yeah, but I just think they heard you.
Yeah, anyone that doesn't speak sort of Draconic, Celestial, or some sort of like god-like language.
Elvish isn't godlike, is it?
Elvish, no, you would. I suppose Elvish is quite a highbrow language, so you probably really wouldn't understand any of it.
Sound
You would have an interest in it, but you wouldn't understand any of it.
tough.
I don't really know what that sort of means. Anyway, puts the paper down on the coffee table. Has anyone got any questions? I mean, this happens all the time in my sort of business. You know, family don't let things on. You know, sort of thing. It's quite. Lancelot, yeah, you got a question there, mate?
What was that weird language?
I have no fucking clue. I honestly, I don't know. It seems a bit
Nanny,
of-
what was that weird language?
I mean, her guess is better than mine. Lancelot, I couldn't tell you, mate. Anyway, Phil, you got a question there,
I've got
mate?
my bat out.
Yeah.
That's Katie.
Okay.
This is Phil. Yeah, what the fuck was that, mate?
Phil, I don't know. If you could, please put the bat down. Like I said.
Do you fucking work here, mate? I've never seen you before, you fuckface.
Who let the commoner into the house?
You weren't even. Does anyone know this man? I want to let know. Does anyone know this man? Because he wasn't on the list of the family members.
Why is he here?
Right.
Is he here to
Are we
do
really
the
just gonna let the
garden?
Ponzi Pied Piper
I
start
know,
chatting up?
Well, you know him.
Sadly.
Right, well, I suppose that's a bit of validity. You got a question there, Albert?
I have a question, Sara.
Yeah.
Because Albert is so smart, could I technically know that that's infernal even if I can't understand it?
I suppose you wouldn't know it's infernal. You wouldn't have a specific. You would know that this is kind of a devilish language.
Okay.
You would know that it comes from not a nice place. It's used for horrible things, I suppose. Yeah?
Nigel,
Yeah, Tommy, yeah, you got a question there?
you said you knew him all your life.
Oh, did you? Well, I suppose well, you know, him being of ill health pretty much all his adult life, you know, he sort of came to me as sort of, you know, his
Why?
director of funeral. Sorry?
Why did he come to you?
I don't know, maybe because of my great personality.
No, don't kid yourself.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, maybe not then.
Nigel, I think you'll love him.
Oh, thank you there.
Who's the weird woman with the plant?
Sandra. Do you think
No,
everybody
no,
has
the name
her
of my
name's
daughter.
Ramona. Lancelot
Rebecca.
Ramona is probably
Ramona.
quite farly
Ramona and Jezebel.
related.
Aquarium.
Probably will.
Well.
Better.
Remo.
Ramona,
Yes.
who
No.
are you? What tax bracket are you in?
What
Rebecca!
are taxes?
Rebecca's cute.
Oh,
You remind me of my ex-wife.
As you're having this conversation
Which
about,
one?
as you're listen, as you're having this conversation about who Ramona is, you notice that the sort of the wind chimes outside the porch have stopped. You you've noticed that the wind has kind of died. There isn't any background noise opposed from this room. A small shift has changed in this space. Those of you not in this conversation with Ramona sort of asking questions, and if Nigel is in your eyesight, you would see that as he sort of put this paper down, he's quite a nervous, sweaty man, quite skittish. You see him as the stillest as he's ever been in this short time of meeting him. He has his back to the majority of you. Those that can see the side of his face, Rosemary, where you're sat, you'd be able to see the side of his face. Kind of expressionless. Not scared, not upset, not happy, not tired, even though you saw this man sweating and quite stressed. All of his emotions dropped off his face. And you would see that the words on the page that's been put on the coffee table in front of everyone, you have the main sort of will, and then on an extra piece of paper this sort of other language that Nigel was speaking the ink has disappeared off the page, and in its place, under the piece of paper, almost, you know when you blow under a piece of paper it sort of like floats, there's a black fog under this piece of paper, and it's quite out of place. It's not moving with the smoke or cigarette smoke or anything would move typically. It's quite condensed to this piece of paper.
What is that?
I'm going to turn to Silver. I know you have quite experience in paranormal.
What is that?
Get my.
Nigel? Nigel, darling?
Nigel?
You okay, Nigel? Nigel?
Ramona, do something. You seem weird.
Nigel?
I'm poking with my back.
Maybe you do the same thing.